Hey guys, my name is Chelsea and welcome back to my channel. For today's video, we're unboxing the January Shelflove Crate. So usually this comes in a box and I'm very curious to see exactly what they've been able to fit into a bag. I don't think this keeps the items as safe, obviously, as a box does, so I'm hoping nothing is damaged. I do feel a book in there, and obviously some other things, but I'm very curious to see how this has held up. I don't fully remember the theme for January because they have already announced February and March already, because they have like upped when they announce the new themes so that people have the chance to decide if they want the crate or not. I do believe it has something to do with fire or catching fire or something like that. So we're gonna open this and hopefully we have our spoiler sheet near the top. So basically everything came in a book sleeve, and this is actually, from what I remember, this is the same author as the new book we have, but this is obviously from, it says from Nixia, which I own but have not read yet. And it says, break the chains, take what is yours. This is actually a sort of nice, it's like a faux leather sort of thing. So pleather on the outside, there's cloth on the inside. They included a Christmassy one in the advent calendar that was very, very similar to this. But I really do enjoy the design on here. And then it looks like we also have a pair of socks. So the top looks like, to me, like red beanies with like a white pom-pom on it. As I'm editing, I now realize that those are not beanies. I am so sorry, but it looks so much more obvious on camera than it did when I was holding them in front of me. And I do get to the point eventually where we get the spoiler card. Those are Handmaid's Tale socks. And so those are obviously the little like handmaids. I feel like an idiot now, but they really, really looked like beanies with pom-poms on them at first, and I was confused as to why. I understand now. I get it. So one sock on the bottom says, if they didn't want us to be an army, they should never have given us uniforms. I don't know if I know what that's from. So hopefully we do have a spoiler card in our book sleeve somewhere so that I can look that up. So here is our tiny little spoiler card passport thing, and it was fire is catching for the theme. It's a theme. So apparently those were Handmaid's Tale socks, I'm assuming. And then it looks like, just based on what I see here, all of our other items are like little paper item sort of stuff, or very, very small items. I'm not too sure how I feel about that, because like obviously a book sleeve is pretty cool and socks are pretty good, but I want to say last year we got a whole lot more things in a box, so we're gonna have to see how this goes month per month. So one of the other items here is a sticker based on the Hunger Games, and it says, if we burn, you burn with us. And then we also have a wooden bookmark. These are really, really cool, like the quality of them, but also I'm really, really enjoying the art style on this one. It is the same on both sides, but we do have like a male character up here and a female one here, and this is based on Scythe. I'm gonna leave all of the artist information linked down below in case you guys are interested in them. And then we also have some like mugshot cards, so I would consider this more of like an art sort of print thing, even though they're like tiny and there's little different ones. I am okay with some little art print things. However, I don't know, I just feel like this box, this crate is lacking a little bit. I mean, I think, so I didn't say at the beginning of this video, which I probably should have because I usually do, I pay $30 plus shipping and handling for this, and we do get a book and other items, but I don't know, it's feeling like a little bit lackluster, and I don't know if it's because they were backed up at the end of last year, like they didn't even do a December box, and our November one didn't come in until December, but this is feeling, like I said, a little lackluster. But let's go through these. These are apparently from Red Rising. I have not read them, so I don't know all the characters, although they look like they have names or maybe code names on there. Again, like I said, I don't know this series. Also, this art print, I don't know if you guys can tell on camera, it is so dark I can barely read this part here. I can read it, but it's just very, very hard. And compared to like the other cards, it's very, very dark. I had this happen one time with Raven Boys cards, like things that we got 2 years ago, I want to say, and they had to send me a new one for the ones that were just way too dark. But I think that's the only one that is a little bit too dark. So again, these are sort of cool. I would consider them more of like an art-y sort of thing, and I just don't get as much use out of those. I love the bookmark. We will totally use the socks, and when I say we, I mean probably my husband, because I usually don't use crew socks and he steals them. And obviously the book sleeve is cool. So now we are down to the book of the month, which is Ashlords by Scott Reintgen. Again, this is the same author that did Nixia, which the book sleeve was based on. We do also receive a signed book plate for it. And then apparently our exclusive item for Shelflove Crate this year. So last year we had the chess pieces. The year before that we had Lunar Chronicles trading cards. This year we apparently get an exclusive dust jacket thing for the books. So we have the original dust jacket, and then inside we have an exclusive dust jacket, which I actually think is really cool because, like, I don't know if you guys can see, but like we have like fiery horses down here, and it's just like, this is actually really cool. I enjoy the sort of exclusive dust jacket aspect of it. I do also really appreciate that they gave us both dust jackets, probably because it's too hard to like print it on the back of the normal one, but I like the idea that we can sort of choose if we want the exclusive on there or not. And I don't know what this is about at all, so let me double check. Okay, so I'm not too sure how I feel about this. This is a fantasy. It has alchemy in it, but apparently this is more about racing horses, and it really does give me vibes of like the Scorpio races by Maggie Stiefvater. But apparently this is a race where we have contestants who use ash and alchemy to summon phoenix horses. So they are horses that have, I guess, some sort of fiery element, but as well as that, they are created every sunrise, and then they burst into flames every sunset. So they do a sort of like phoenix rising from the ashes thing every morning. And we have, I guess, 3 main characters that really, really want to win the race. It says one of them is the daughter of 2 former champions, one is a scholarship entrant, and one is the son of a revolutionary. This is not necessarily a book that I would have picked out for myself, and I had never heard of it, so I do think it'd be an interesting one to give a try, because I did really enjoy the Scorpio races, and it's not exactly like that, but it does have that feel of like training the horses, and then they're probably gonna have the race near the end. So that's very, very interesting. And then that was everything in our package. Again, like I said, I don't think the bag is necessarily the best way to do it. Although it was packed pretty well, everything except for the socks was in the book sleeve. I don't know. It just sort of feels like everything is a little bit lower in thought and quality than last year's boxes, and I'm gonna give them the benefit of the doubt and really, really hope that it was because they got so far behind last year. And I'm really looking forward to like the next 2 books that they have already announced. They've announced February's and March's, and I will leave Shelflove Crate, like their Instagram and everything, linked down below, so you guys can look at those if you want to know the spoilers, because they do tell you what book is in the box when they tell you what the theme is, and both of those ones are books on my like to be read list. So if you guys like this video, give it a thumbs up to let me know. Subscribe to this channel if you would like to see more videos. I do have videos up Mondays and Thursdays, so I will see you then. Bye!